What's up, softball players? I'm Coach Dan Blewett. In today's video, let's talk about a softball recruiting tip that I think is going to be really impactful for the way you approach your game when scouts are watching. All right, so in today's video, let's talk about the fast pitch recruiting side of things and specifically what your mindset should be when you're playing in front of scouts. So one of the big things players freak out about is they think they have to impress everyone. And that if one scout or one team doesn't like you, that it's like this crippling defeat and you feel, like they don't like me, how would anyone else like me? Really, the thing to remember is that all these different teams that are gonna come and watch you, they're gonna have different roster needs. Coaches are gonna come in with different biases. They're going to be looking for different types of players. They might think, slap hitters are the best thing ever, and they really fill the roster with lots of slappers, and they really value them. Other coach might not value slappers at all, and they might think that power hitters are the big thing, and they're looking for power hitters. Another coach might think one type of swing is really, athletic and strong looking, and another player's swing is very, not athletic and not strong and not smooth. And they could be looking at the same player and have very different opinions. Ultimately, coaches' opinions of you are subjective. So say, hypothetically, you definitely had the skills of an above average SEC player. So you could hypothetically be on Alabama's team or Tennessee's team or Florida's team. Like, you have the skills to be a good player on every single one of those SEC rosters. And you go to a scouting combine with it where every SEC team is there. Do you think every SEC team is going to offer you the same scholarship? No, certainly not. And I think we would all recognize that, because one team might be really full of infielders and you're an infielder. They've got tons of infielders, so they don't have a spot for you. Another team might think that you're really, really amazing and they definitely want you. Another team might think that, yeah, you're pretty good, but they could live without you, right? Or they could, they like this other player better. There's just always a huge human element. I think a lot of us think that recruiting is kind of robotic and that it's completely objective, but it's not. It's very, very subjective, because coaches are going to take their subjective idea of what they think the perfect third baseman looks like, or what they think a pitcher should look like, or what they think an outfielder should look like, and they're going to apply that to you and to other players and say, you know what, she's not a fit for us, but another school might be so pumped to have you on their team. And the last thing to remember here, besides the fact that this is all very subjective, is that you only need to be on one roster. You don't have to impress every team. You only have to impress one. So it might be true that 13 teams think that you're not quite good enough to play third base for them. But if the 14th team does, you're good to go. You're a college softball player. So take some pressure off yourself. And remember that just because one school might not be interested, it doesn't mean that others aren't, and that there's a really big subjective element in the recruiting process. All right. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions about the recruiting process, leave them in the description below, and check out my online courses for throwing, routines, strength training, and the mental side of the game, as well as my mental training book, This Slump Shall Pass. You'll find all of them in the description of this video below. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you here in the next one.